Good evening, everyone. So this is the BAFTA Special Award, which is quite awkward because I thought you had to be dead to win this one. But you'll have noticed first that we're not celebrities. That's because Hamish doesn't know anyone famous, so he got his business partners to do this. He was born in Blackpool, home of what's loosely called a football team, the Seasiders. That's why, even though his name is actually Mark, he's always gone by the name of Hamish, in the hope that people would think he was Scottish. Hamish started off his career as an accountant, and that's helped in two ways. Firstly, it's allowed him to put in some of the most creative expenses claims ever seen. And secondly, it's allowed him to be able to say with a straight face that he's sure that a remote dolly, tower cam, 2 Super Technos, a Strata, a wire cam, and 35 cameras will definitely cost less than 20 cameras would.
I met Hamish when he and Ian were working for my wife at the BBC, and we became very good friends. And we all moved on to MTV together. And then one night, around Hamish's kitchen table, we decided to start up a production company of our own. And 15 years later, we're up here to introduce a film about him that BAFTA have made. It's a moment of great pride. The film is 9 minutes, because BAFTA found so many people wanting to say nice things, they felt they couldn't cut it down any further. I've got to be honest, Ian and I reckon we could have easily cut it down to a nice award show friendly 2:30, given an hour in the edit. But let's have a look.
For me, multi-camera directing is kind of an alchemy of many, many different things, and one of the most important parts of the process is actually being able to walk into a venue, into a room where you are wanting to stage something and look at that room in a different manner. Multi-camera can be quite tech-heavy, and actually what you've got to do is you've got to kind of liberate yourself from the technology in some way.
For him, it's always more. Bigger, better, shinier, more spectacular.
Boston 2001, U2, halfway through the basketball playoffs, 25, 30 million people, and the first shot was the only shot that I'd set up of the evening, this kind of dolly shot tracking at 45 degrees to the stage. The lights go, the camera goes, they meet in perfect harmony, the backlight goes on.
Bono is standing there, looking up, and it's just the most seminal moment you will ever see.
It's just this overall feeling of positivity kind of comes out of you, and you kind of almost kind of lift out. So it's like an out-of-body experience.
I said, look, there's one key element in shooting this band. Could you make me look tall, skinny, intelligent, with a sense of humor? He said, sure. I said, we're going to get along just great.
The team that I work with is absolutely everything, you know, and there's no way that I would be getting this award if I hadn't worked with the most amazing bunch of friends that I could possibly ever imagine.
He is a team player and he completely values our opinion, and we bicker like brother and sister, like husband and wife. It is very much a family relationship.
Simon's good at one thing, I'm good at another thing. Ian, I don't know what he's good at, actually.
20 years with you, you get less for murder.
The success of Done and Dusted it's mainly down to me. Ian has contributed a bit, and Hamish has basically ridden on our coattails.
I've been unbelievably fortunate in that I've met so many interesting, talented, creative people. You know, when Robbie Williams is singing Angels, and you cut to a close-up of his eyes, and he's just lost in this moment, that's a beautiful thing. And then you cut to a crowd of 125,000 people also lost in that moment. You're like, this is amazing.
Hamish has been really instrumental in my career in the most amazing way. He's the Ginger Wizard.
When you are working with someone else's art, I feel a huge burden on my shoulders because they have put huge amounts of effort into creating this show. They're expending huge amounts of energy performing this show, and I have got to be as good as them. It weighs really heavily on my shoulders.
7, you're telling me the stories. Girls left, boys right. OK, let's go.
I felt very passionate about delivering something that they can be proud of and something also that I can be proud of.
You know when you got a great director, when you have a great eye. He's one of the most incredible because he wants to make sure that the vision is clear for the artist and it's incredible for the viewer.
Shine bright like a diamond.
With Victoria's Secret, there is an amazing team of people around that programme, and you know, we've worked together now for 10 years and all we do is laugh.
We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky.
He's able to take some of the biggest events in the world, some of the most watched events in the world, and make them palatable to a very large audience.
It was my absolute passion to try and put the viewer in the crowd and to kind of get that great sense of electricity that you get when you're watching an amazing band. So something like the Prodigy at Red Square, you know, the atmosphere at Red Square was insane.
What Hamish managed to do and how he shot that, and specifically as well how he edited it as well, is he just completely got it right with regards to getting the whole sentiment of the crowd.
There's so many stages of the process where you can get an absolute rush.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, yes.
And in something like the Super Bowl, you know, I knew as we were doing it that it was fantastic. She was nailing it, we were nailing it, you know, the whole team was nailing it. And that is a really gratifying, instant high.
Everyone wanted to do their best, and we all felt like a team, and it was all led by Hamish.
The Olympics was easily the most difficult job of my life, and probably will be. I mean, there's no amount of stress as you step into that. The show itself really came together at the very, very last minute, and there were sequences within the show that we'd really never fully rehearsed, theatrically and never mind televisually. Danny Boyle was just an inspiration.
The way he captured it, considering that he didn't interfere with the experience for the people live in the stadium, is a tribute to a true professional.
It was just a privilege watching him get us through those 4 hours of live television because it was utterly mental.
Centering rising on 24, 23, 23, 23. Lovely. 14 is good, 14 is good. Don't go too close, lose it.
He trusts his colleagues, he believes in the team, and he brings the best out of people because he respects the jobs that they're doing.
The way that he was able to accomplish Danny's vision using television tools and adapt it to a live television audience environment was a wonderful process to observe.
Imagination is not the ability to invent, it's actually the ability to disclose or reveal what is already there, and he has that.
The closing ceremony was a difficult task because we only had 17 hours to get in. The first time that both Hamish and I saw lights on it was the night.
I want to celebrate and live my life. Say it, baby, let's go.
One job I think that I must mention is the Oscars. For us to do that show was unbelievable in the fact that a girl from Bermondsey and a boy from Blackpool were in the truck calling the biggest live entertainment show in the world.
It's difficult to quantify the joy that you feel at those moments. I've definitely got myself in trouble a few times dancing. I remember being in a room with Usher and Chili from TLC, and I was trying to explain to Usher what I needed him to do.
I don't know if I can even make this work.
And both of them are just stood up there going, is this guy for real?
He's in a way living vicariously as a performer.
I actually always wanted to be a children's TV presenter.
Welcome to the last in the present series of Raw. As it's Christmas, we've spared every expense in decorating the studio for the festive season.
Obviously, that was a completely ridiculous thing for me to ever want to be because, you know, I didn't have the looks or the personality, frankly.
He was extraordinarily tall, and his hair is a color that you can't find in nature. It's sort of like a wet red clay.
The first time I saw him, I thought, who is that tall ginger bastard who looks like he owns the place?
If you were 17 years old and you could write the next 30 years of your life and say, this would be my perfect life, that would almost be it.
You are so deserving of this award. It's great, mate. You're lovely. God bless.
You did an amazing job. It's wonderful you're getting this award because it's a way of the public and the industry acknowledging them.
Hamish Hamilton, what's up, man? My brother from another mother.
You're a wonderful man as well as a wonderful director.
My beloved Lord Redhead, anytime, anywhere, baby.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations, Hamish, on your special BAFTA award.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the man who's had our backs through thick and thin, one of the most exceptional directors in the world, a man we respect, a man we love, and a man we're really proud will be our friend. BAFTA Special Award goes to Hamish Hamilton.
Wow! Crikey! Who were those people? My goodness. I'm a bit speechless. I've been very, very blessed to have the most, well, as you can see, the most amazing career so far, and apparently this is a Lifetime Achievement Award, and I'd like to think that I've not finished yet. I'm in my 40s. We'll wait and see. You know, and all this amazing work experience has been wrapped up in the kind of the absolute craziest of times, you know, crazy days and crazy evenings. And you know what, I still have to pinch myself when I realise that a lot of my days I interact with the most incredibly talented people, with rock stars and divas and royalty and all kinds of people. It still baffles me. And actually, I should start there. I should start saying thank you to all the amazing people who perform on the stages that I point cameras at. You know, without their incredible talent, I'd be shooting an empty set. And you know what? I've worked with some incredible, incredible people. As the film said, you know, I was born in Blackpool, and I do still think, as I'm doing these events, that somebody's going to come and tap me on the shoulder and say, oh, you know, okay, Hamish, you've had a great run, but come on, get yourself back to Blackpool, lad. So at this point, I should say thank you to my mum and dad, to Neil and Christine Hamilton. Not that Neil and Christine Hamilton. You were all thinking it, I know. Well, maybe they are. And also to my brother, thank you, Ben. Good side pleasing. And to my brother, the three of them have really set me on this amazing pathway. And that pathway led me to multi-camera directing, and I love it. I get such a thrill and such a buzz from being able to bring people's art to either to DVDs or to television screens live around the world. It's a passion, and you know, there was stuff in that film there, and you see me kind of dancing away badly, I know, and calling camera shots. And actually, you know what? I have got an arsenal of secret weapons. The first thing is that whenever I step into a truck, I am usually the fourth director in that truck. There are three directors. First of all, there is a gentleman to my right. He hails from Australia. Many people in this work have worked with him. And his hand-to-eye coordination is quite remarkable. He's called Rod Wardell. And his musicality is sensational, and quite frankly, he is a way better director than me. And actually, as you're seeing me going, 5, take 5, 5's great, 6 is great, 6 is great, he's patiently going, camera 8. I swear, camera 10. He's learnt to ignore me. The camera team have learnt to ignore me. It's a great thing. It's true, it's true. On my left is director number 2, a lady half my size with the voice of a foghorn. Seriously. She's called Hayley. She's down there. You saw her in the film. A way, way, way better director than I. And as directors, you've got to choose an amazing team. If she hasn't thrown up twice before we go on air, I know that we're in big, big trouble. And as I'm going, okay, everybody, standing by, we're going to the B stage next, Hayley will very loudly say, okay, VT in 10, 9, and we roll the VT. She, a much better director than I. There's also one other chap who's not in the truck, but again, he's a way better director than I. Halfway through the Super Bowl rehearsals, we've finished a rehearsal, and I hear this voice on the panel in front of me, and goes, Hamish, in the second chorus there, when you're on the close-up of Beyoncé, is that the shot that you're going to take tonight? That is the voice of Al Gurdon, who, again, many people in this room have worked with, a man who can light things from 700 different angles and make them look amazing. And of course, he's right. And I look at Hayley, and she goes, and I look at Rod, and she goes, And I go, yeah, Al, we were just testing a few things out. Of course it's going to be a wide shot. And again, you know, so I stand, as you see, in front of many, many monitors, and those monitors are all fed by individual camera sources. On the Olympics, we had a lot. And each one of those cameras is staffed by an incredible cameraman or camerawoman. And again, anybody can do it when you've got between 15 and 30 incredible shots. And there's some amazing camera supers here tonight. Thank you. I also must reach out to Barry Dodd, who supervised the Olympics, and to Andy Pellett, who did lots of stuff with me way back when. I must quickly mention Jimmy P for keeping me smiling. And so, you know, so if the show's not live, I've recorded every single ISO. It's, you know, it's not difficult. Is that directing? No, it's just putting stuff to tape. Those tapes are shipped off to an edit suite. And again, I work with some amazing editors, with Guy Harding, with James Quallett, and with Tim Qualtrough, and they take what I've done or not done, or what Hayley and Rod have done, and they turn it into something that has pace and drama and light and shade and narrative. And then I take it to Bono and to Usher, and they go, you're a genius. Well, whatever, I'm really not. I just have great people working around me. The Done and Dusted family, you know, we've all got people that we rely on, and about 15 years ago, as Simon said, in my kitchen in Finsbury Park, the three of us got together and we decided to do something different. We decided that music on television was pretty flat. We decided that award shows could be better, and we set about on a mission to make this genre of television way more exciting and way more appealing, and hopefully over the last 15 years we've done that. But Simon and Ian think that they run Done and Dusted, and they really, really don't. There are three ladies who run Done and Dusted: Mel Fletcher, Becky Mays, Rachel French. And again, you know, it is everything that we do as a director, everything that we do as producers and production houses, we rely on amazing people to pull off amazing things, and we've celebrated that all night long. But some of the requests that we've given them are standing and looking at a Robbie Williams stage in Leeds. There's a 250-foot crane behind, put there because the idiot director wanted a reverse shot, that idiot director being me. Of course, I hadn't actually thought that the crane would completely dwarf the stage and the big yellow arm would be very, very prominent in all the shots. So about 2 hours before we went live, I said to Mel, to Becky, and to Rachel, any chance that you can make that yellow arm black? And they did. Remarkable. Or the time we were all in Lagos, and a call was made to the London office by myself or Ian. Ladies, spot a bother. We're in a hotel surrounded by the army and riot police. It's all going off. Can you send us a 747 to bring the production team and 96 beauty queens home tonight? And again, the answer was, yes, we can. The 747 arrived and everybody got home safely. I must thank the BBC. You know, I guess all good careers start somewhere, and mine started with the BBC, who gave me an amazing opportunity. And also with MTV, who thrust me into a music truck when, quite frankly, I did not know what I was doing. But people took risks. And at the BBC, that was Claire Pisey and Danielle Lux. I really owe them a huge debt of gratitude. To Richard Godfrey at MTV, again, who just gave me the keys to the kingdom and said, go create. And I did. And to Janet Street Porter. Yeah, Janet Street Porter. What a lady. Big up Janet, absolutely. Whose first words to me, as a very fresh-faced, rather naive young man from an education system up in Scotland, said to me, "Oh, you must be Hamish, the new boy." Yes, Janet. "I'm sorry I'm late, Hamish. Norm gave me a really good seeing to this morning." "Oh, and by the way..." No, I'm not going to tell that one. But you know what? She saw something in me where I don't quite know to this day what it was, but she gave me such amazing jobs, and all of a sudden I was travelling around the world doing all kinds of great shows. I'm very, very lucky. I'm nearly finished. I'm very blessed, and I thank BAFTA this amazing, amazing evening. But Tobes, please don't play me off yet. That's Toby, the director at the back there. Thank you, Toby. Two final people. My son, Max. Hello, Maxie. He's 6. He's sat there. Hello. Give me a wave. Yeah, he's taught me the power of unconditional love. He really, really has. And you know what? Being a dad in charge of a 5-year-old, it's amazing what you learn being a dad that's applicable to handling the Black Eyed Peas. I'm telling you. It really is. Honestly, I've used my fathering expertise many, many times. And last but by no means least, Carmen. Okay, sorry. A lady who stood by me through everything, really, really everything. I can't quite quantify the love and the support and the belief that she has given me. And there can't be many women who would stay with a gentleman who rung her at 7 o'clock while she was packed, ready to go to the airport for the holiday of a lifetime in Hawaii. And I said, "I'm really sorry, Carmen. We've got to cancel the holiday." I've not done that once. I've not done it twice. I've actually done it 3 times. And the lady's still down there and supports me every day. And actually, the great thing about dealing with a strong woman like Carmen is that once you've dealt with her, Madonna's easy. Thank you very much, BAFTA. This is really, really, really amazing. And, yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes!